All right, this is subtle prop. Okay, back to where we were. All right, hi. This is my Peri-tip for the day, and this is a quick reminder and also what's the latest update on it. My name is Barry Selby. You can find me at barryselby.com. I'm a #1 best-selling author, coach, speaker, and heartbreak repair specialist for single women who want to have amazing relationships. That's the love scope I do before this. This is my Peri-tips that I do every day, or at least when I remember to do them. And today's one is a reminder about the upgrade to iOS 9 for iPhone users and iPad users with the conflict with what's the word? Periscope, that's the word. Duh, that's what I'm using. For those of you who've been using Periscope for a while and had a glitch when iOS 9 came out and didn't know the information about it, about 3 days ago there was an update. Well, when iOS 9 got shipped, which is last week, there was an update that caused a conflict with Periscope, which meant that the audio and video would go messed up. Either you'd freeze or you wouldn't be able to hear the audio. The solution is these, or any sort of external microphone. Plug an external microphone into your phone before you begin your scope, not during. Before you do your scope, will allow you to have clean and workable periscopes versus trying once, twice, 3 times and getting nowhere. Because people are still doing that. They're starting their scope, forgetting to put their earbuds in, and they're wondering why it's not working with iOS 9. So that's the problem. iOS 9 had a conflict, and it wasn't malicious as far as I know. I don't think Apple does that. I don't think Periscope would ever think that. But some people said, is it malicious that Apple mess with Periscope? It's like, no. I mean, Periscope loves the iPhone. From what I've heard lately, for 2 days now, Periscope has been, thanks for joining, by the way. Please share this with your friends, your followers, and tap the screen for hearts. I appreciate that. Thanks for joining in. The solution for this, as I said, by the way, this is the workaround right now, is using your earbuds or an external microphone plugged into your phone before you begin your scope. Periscope was published, there's actually a tweet that came out a couple of days ago. They have a fix. It's in the Apple Store pending approval. So the good news is in about a day or two, hopefully maybe even today, Apple will approve the update to the app, which they do every time. You better download a new version of Periscope, and the problem with iOS 9 will go away. That will be great. So that's just a quick reminder and a nudge about that tip. This is my daily Peri-tips screen. It's a very short one, so these are just joining. I'll just recap quickly. If you're using Periscope with iOS 9 on your iPhone or iPad and you didn't know about this, there's a conflict. And it basically means that the audio, thanks for the hearts, the audio and all the video will go on the fritz, and you won't get a good scope, or you won't be able to do a good scope, and a lot of times you get cut off. So people wonder why the scope's not working. It's because iOS 9 doesn't play nice with Periscope. The workaround solution is plugging in your earbuds or an external microphone before you start your Periscope, not during. And by doing so, it for some reason works. So something about the internal mic causes a conflict. I'm not sure what it's caused by. Periscope has a fix in the works. They put up a update into the Apple App Store. They're waiting for approval from Apple. Once it gets approved, we'll all get the new update and it will be fine again. That's it. Simple, clear, effective. Thanks for watching. Hi Jeanette, nice to have you here. Just doing a quick update on the Periscope. And for those of you just joining because you're coming in late, just to recap this one more time. This is the repeat of what I said. It's okay. One thing is, thanks for the hearts, I appreciate that, and share with your friends as well. If you're a Periscope user, you're welcome. If you're a Periscope user and you're having challenges because of iOS 9 updating on your phone because you update it right away, oh, that's one thing I'll say, by the way. If you're an iPhone user, hopefully you'll know that when an update comes out for the phone, you don't update the same day it comes out. Because let the other people go ahead of you. I'm an early adopter in many ways, but when it comes to the operating systems, I wait for a few days or a week or two sometimes to make sure the update's good. Being patient is good. Because sometimes there are glitches, and in this case there was a glitch between Periscope and iOS 9. The problem's been that it somehow interferes with the screen, the video, and the camera and the microphone built into your phone. When you do your scopes, if you start your scope just using the phone without using a microphone or any sort of external device, it tends to have a problem where your screen will freeze or there'll be no audio and people won't hear you. The workaround is using your earbuds or any other microphone that plugs into your phone that will actually, plugged into your phone before you begin your Periscope. That will give you a clean start, and ideally, most of the time, it should work fine. And as I mentioned earlier also, Periscope has an update already released. It's in the Apple Store. They're waiting for Apple to approve it. Once it does, it drops into your updates. New version of Periscope comes out, and hopefully that'll solve the problem. So that's the simple work around for now, and the solution's coming. So be patient, please. The resolution is coming. You're back again. Hi, nice to have you here. Actually, I don't know your name. I just know you by your brand. So thank you for reading the book. And that chapter 42 is going to happen. And we'll talk about that again. So just a quick nudge on this. Be patient. Periscope is coming on update. Natasha. Thank you, Natasha. Now I have a name to go with the title. So in this case, Periscope will be updated very shortly once Apple approves the update. Hello from Austin. I've got a lot of friends in Austin. It's nice to have you here. Actually, got a few Periscope friends in Austin too. And by the way, you an egg for a picture. Put your picture in, please. That's one thing I recommend for anybody. You know what? I'll do another Peri-tip whilst you're here, since you're watching. If you're a Periscope user, if you're a Twitter user using Periscope, do yourself a favor to be more visible to people. Is put a profile picture in. Yes, put a bio in as well, but put a profile picture in first, because then people look at you and think you're okay. There are actually quite a few people out there known as trolls that are temporary users that come on board to harass and make a mess with people's scopes. That's the thing you can block, and I've done that in a previous scope. But in the meantime, if you're a real person, want to really use Periscope wisely, as soon as you can, put a picture in your profile and put a description of who you are in your profile too. Okay, this is becoming a 17-tip scope. In the recent web version of Periscope that got updated, they provided you with your own personal Periscope page. So in my case, it's periscope.tv/barryselby. What they didn't tell you, but which is cool though, is if you have in your bio, in your profile on Periscope on the app, a link, and it's got HTTP in the front of it, it goes live on the web view. So if you have on your Periscope bio on your iPhone a link to your website, which is not clickable there yet, that's coming, I'm sure, too. If someone goes to your landing page on the web, which is automatically created for you if you have Periscope, if you go to my page, for example, you go to periscope.tv/barryselby. If you go to there, on the left-hand side is the bio, like you see on Periscope on the app. In the contents there, you can put in there a URL, which I've done, which is a link to my consult. So you can tap on that and go straight to my website. That's really cool. Doesn't work on the phone yet. That's coming. And the update that's going to be the update that dropped into the Apple Store to fix the problem with iOS 9 will hopefully include some other tweaks as well. It may just be one quick fix to resolve the problem, but I know that they're going to be bringing out a new update to Periscope soon that will have the live link in the app as well as on the web view, which is kind of cool. So, okay, that's like 3-4 different tips in one. So since you just joined me, I'm just going to, well, you know what, if you just joined me, go back and watch the scope again. I've already said it 4 times. You don't have to hear it again from me if you've been on the scope since the beginning. But this tip is just basically to remind you that the bug that is in iOS 9 with Periscope is going to be fixed as soon as Apple approves the update that Periscope released. That's it. Simple. Thanks for watching. Thank you for the hearts. Please share my scopes with your friends. This is my daily Peri-tip. I also do a love scope every day. Well, most days at least. Just did one on sex, which could be fun if you want to go back and watch it. Under my name, just look under my previous scopes. This is my Peri-tip. I do these every day as well, as long as I've got something useful to share to you. Otherwise, I won't bother because there's no point in giving you nothing. You're welcome. Thanks, Natasha. I'll be back on again in a couple of minutes to do another scope because I'm doing 3 today. Crazy! And this one's going to be about jealousy. How to heal and resolve jealousy. One, because that's the Share-a-thon theme for the Peri 10K group today, which I won't be part of because I'm actually offline then. But secondly, it's because it's really in my field of work around relationships and romance. So if that intrigues you, stay tuned and watch out and follow me now. So when I do the scope, I will be live and you'll be able to catch it. Thanks for joining me. Nice to have you here. That's going to be my next scope. So this is the 3 in a row doing today. So the first scope again was my love scope about sex, what it's good for. That wasn't. It didn't actually come out the way you thought it did. It didn't come out the way I thought it did either. This one's my Peri-tip, which I do every day as well. And I'll be back again in a couple of minutes to do one more scope before I head out to see my client, which is going to be about jealousy. Ooh, juicy stuff. So thanks for watching. If you missed the scope, please go back and watch it from the beginning of the replay. Watch all my other scopes on catch.me and follow me on Twitter, Periscope, etc. I'm here to help, make a difference, and inspire and change your world. Have a good time, enjoy your day, or night, depending where you are. This is it's 1:45 Pacific time right now, so it's probably, what's that, make it 8:45 in UK, where a lot of people are watching. Enjoy the evening, hope it's staying warm there. I'm going to be out enjoying the sunshine. Yes, that's right. On the balcony right now. It's a bit windy, as you can see from the... Yeah, and things are falling over. I'm hearing bangs and stuff around because stuff is falling That's LA for you. It's sunny, but it's actually kind of breezy, which is a good thing because it's been way sticky the last few days. Anyway, that was a 1 Peri-tip. They ended up being 4. You've got a weather forecast and a coming attractions download right in this scope. So how good is that? Thanks for watching. Join me for the next scope. If you'd missed this one, please go back and watch the replay. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that too. I'll be sharing. Wasn't planned. I just sometimes these scopes go where I'm going. You know what I mean? So you're welcome. Enjoy the rest of your day. And that is, who is that? Oh, Priscilla. Hi. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back on again in a few minutes to talk about jealousy. Ooh, juicy stuff. So enjoy, and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. Share with your friends. Follow me on Periscope, and you'll be notified of my next scope, which will be in a few minutes. Thanks for watching. You're welcome. Take care of yourselves. Bye.